Is the college game and the evolution of it contributing to quarterbacks being more pro-ready?
It absolutely is, without a doubt. I mean, I think you're seeing, more NFL offenses trend that way. I think for a lot of different reasons, and I absolutely think that's helped, so many of these quarterbacks as opposed to having to come in and learn things that are completely foreign to them, or maybe things that they've never done in their high school or college career. To a lot of these guys are going into systems that, really only the verbiage is different, and that's a huge difference. And I think it's smart on the NFL's part. If you're going to invest high draft picks and invest the kind of money you're going to in these guys, you want to be putting them in a situation where they can have success early. And what better to do, than put them in a system that's similar to what they did in college. Kyler Murray, our great quarterback, who's done a great job for the Cardinals, is a prime example of that. And I think one of the big reasons he's been able to have the success he has, besides being an outstanding player, is familiarity with the system that wasn't completely new to him year one.
Coach, speaking of Kyler Murray, what do you expect from him in year 3 of his career?
I expect a lot. He was actually up here yesterday, and we had a good chat about it. And he's I know very motivated and excited, and I think for a lot of those guys, year one is still there is a lot new. Obviously, transitioning to a new league and all the differences in the rules. I mean, there is a lot of changes. I think he really gained a lot of confidence with the way that those guys played last year and some of the big plays that he was able to make, their offense was able to make. And I think he's excited about a couple of key additions that they have. And so, yeah, I expect a lot. I mean, I think people have seen, he's one of the best athletes on the field, each and every week, but that the guy can really throw the ball and make a lot of winning plays. So he's very confident. I know he's excited about their team, and it'll be a lot of fun to watch him play.
Coach, late last week, the Philadelphia Eagles decided that they were going to trade outside of the top 10 in this year's draft. There had been a lot of speculation prior to about them potentially being in the quarterback market, but it feels like that franchise is throwing the full weight of their support behind Jalen Hurts. What are you expecting to see from him in year 2 in the NFL?
Yeah, it's awesome to see. His journey is pretty unprecedented. So, but no surprise to me that he would walk into a situation like he did here at Oklahoma, and in a short amount of time make a big impact. And he's clearly done that in Philadelphia. So, he had a little bit different path than both Baker and Kyler did, and had to go in there and started off obviously as a backup and then got some opportunities as the year went on and made the most of some of those opportunities and gave those guys a lot of confidence. So, I know he's really, really excited for the opportunity. Not that he would ever say that. I mean, he's a pretty low key guy, but I know he's putting in a ton of work behind the scenes. And, he's a guy that believes he's ready for this. I mean, no question about it. I mean, he believes that this is a tremendous opportunity, and nobody's going to outwork the kid. That's not going to happen. And and I think there's when you're the quarterback, there's a difference between kind of hoping you're going to be the guy and then knowing and feeling you're the guy, and that the added confidence that brings along, to me, can be a game changer. And I think it'll be a big deal for Jalen.
Lincoln, when I watched Baker Mayfield play this season towards the second half, I said, wow, there it is. Like, he's playing like a guy drafted at the top of the NFL draft. Like, what do you think changed for him to make him play that way like he did the latter part of the year?
Well, I mean, I think and hard to say because I know it's still a first-year coach, but I think they finally had some stability, and not just purely with the coaching staff, but with the kind of offense they're running, some of the players around them. I mean, the guys had however many head coaches and however many different coordinators, guys calling the plays, trying to, design and package the offense in the beginning of his NFL career. I mean, if you're trying to script what would help make a young quarterback successful, like, what's happened there in Cleveland would be the anti of that. But he is, he's kind of hung on. He's really, really meshed well with Stefanski. And I think those guys have had an offensive system that he could really settle into and really learn and get comfortable with. And I think you saw a little bit of what this could be that second half of the year. And another guy that I think is, just to have some continuity coming back, to be able to work through this off season and really, even dive deeper into this same system and not be, learning a different system like he's had to do every single year is a huge plus for him. And I think he's got some weapons around him, a good offensive line. I mean, he's got a group around him that he has confidence in, and for a quarterback, that can make a big difference.
KJZ, we're talking with Lincoln Riley, Oklahoma head coach, and I'm glad you said that, because there's always discussions about young quarterbacks, and maybe if you just put them in the right situations, you can start to see their potential. And you've had, obviously, a lot of them through that program, and right now you've got another stud, Spencer Rattler. What are your expectations for him in year 2 with the program?
Yeah, he's a talented player. He did a great job leading us to the Big 12 championship and Cotton Bowl victory over Florida, and he's still. He's very, very talented. He's an elite thrower, but I expect a big jump from him. Playing, your first year as a redshirt freshman, and there's going to be ups and downs, and he certainly had both, and was able to hang in there, and I think learn a lot. And so I think he's improving athletically, and again, just that experience of having gone through it and understanding the areas that he's really got to dive into and improve, I think will be big for this kid. But it's going to be nice. This will be the first year in the last, I think, 4 that we actually have a quarterback that's returning. So it'll be nice on draft day to not have to worry about our quarterback leaving.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.